When I hear the the word night, I think of silence,
Mhm.
like rest and peacefulness. That's what I think of. Thank you, Michael.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Charito, you was the next one. If you close your eyes and you hear the term night, what came to your mind first?
Oh, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, Michael?
Yes, we can hear you clear.
Oh, okay. Actually, night for me is like the absence of daylight, but it's not true to all around the world because nighttime, where there is darkness, half of the day in 24 hours, that's period between sunset to sunrise, from dusk to dawn. But then, if I would say it's the absence of daylight, there are countries like Iceland, Finland, those places where their nights are still white. There's still light. So it means many things. It connotes to many things. And nighttime, like Margaret said, it's also an emotion. It's dark in your life. Like your emotion is dark, you're groping, you're sort of hopeless, and all that. So I would say that the major one is it's the distinction between two, yeah, from daylight to sunlight or to sunset. So that's night for me, darkness, and you know, yes, it's peaceful, silent, but there are places where nighttime for them is very busy. It's so much work to be done. So it's something like individual perspective if we're not looking at it on the daytime, on the you know like the 24 hours a day. Half is day, half is night. Back to you, Michael.
Thank you very much. Tracy, the same question to you, of course. So, if you close your eyes and you hear the term night, what came first to your mind, please?
Tranquility.
Uh huh.
That's what's on my mind when I hear night.
Okay, thank you very much. Leslie, you are the next one. So, if you hear the term night, what came first to your mind, please?
Good morning or afternoon or evening. Night to me has always been secretive. I wake myself up in the middle of the night. I feel like I'm getting away with something while everyone else is sleeping. So night has is a very safe space for me. Thank you, Michael.
That's beautiful. Dr. Ash, of course, you are the next one. So, if you hear the term night, what came first to your mind, please?
Hello, Michael. It's good to see you back and everybody else also. I'd like to start with a poem. Um, it says, in the hush of midnight's gleam, dreams take flight in moonbeams stream. So, having said that, I believe that night is a time that is often associated with darkness combined with mystery. And it has actually, so far as I've read and researched, it has captivated human imagination for centuries. It is more than just a period of time between sunset and sunrise. Night has actually served as a canvas for a range of emotions and ideas, from introspection to fear, and from peaceful rest to profound revelations. In many cultures, night is actually imbued with significance, often seen as a time of quiet reflection or spiritual connection. And that's the time when I remember my mother so very well at night, especially when I'm lying quietly in bed. Now, going on to talk about this very nice word that you've conjured up, the night sky with its stars, planets, and moon has sparked a lot of curiosity and wonder. For centuries, astronomers have used it as a tool for discovery, mapping of constellations, and exploring the cosmos. The beauty of the night sky, free from the distractions of the sun, provides a serene backdrop for those seeking peace or contemplation. Somebody like me who likes just looking up at the moon and the stars whenever it's a clear night. It reminds me of the vastness of the universe and my small being within it. However, night also carries a sense of uncertainty. Darkness can actually evoke fear, uncertainty, or anxiety, as it often hides the familiar and the known. So therefore, this fear is not just physical, but psychological, as the absence of light can trigger our deepest insecurities and uncertainties. Throughout history, many myths, stories, and legends have emerged around the night, often portraying it as a time when mysterious creatures or supernatural forces come to life. Many creatures, of course, as we all know, including owls, bats, fireflies, they actually thrive in the dark, playing essential roles in our ecosystem. Now, cities are illuminated with artificial lights, fostering night shifts, and I still remember how my pharmaceutical factory, in fact, the other one I created was on animal health, and the first one on human health. They used to run 24/7. At night also, we had 3 shifts, 24 hours. Now, 8 hours, of course, every shift. So there you are, you utilize night also nowadays. Many traditions, in fact, prayers and rituals take place at night, signifying spirituality and devotion. Now, I'll take you away to regions like the Arctic and Antarctic, where 6 months of the day and 6 months of the night actually prevail. Can you imagine it? People face unique challenges such as sleep disorders, vitamin D deficiency. And vitamin D is something that I keep on imbibing everybody with this deficiency, because you must have sunlight, and therefore the psychological effects in the Arctic or Antarctic due to prolonged darkness or sunlight does have a deep effect. This contrast affects work, social life, and mental well-being as such. Now, yet despite the elements of fear, I think the word night that you have mentioned here holds the promise of rest and renewal. So this is important to mention here. For those fortunate enough to sleep, the night is a time for the body and mind to recover, to heal, and to rejuvenate itself. In a world of constant activity and noise, night offers respite, a chance to recharge for the challenges of the day ahead. The night is often quieter, offering a peaceful atmosphere for relaxation and self-reflection also. So to conclude, I'd like to mention that this nice word night that you have mentioned is both a time for introspection and also external exploration. It offers a paradoxical blend of mystery and peace, fear and renewal, marking an essential rhythm in the human experience. Thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ish. And Michael, you are the next one. So if you close your eyes and you hear the term night, what came first to your mind, please? And you have to unmute yourself. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Michael. Greetings from Kampala, Uganda. Now, when you talk about, when I close my eyes and I think of night in African settings, night, things happen at night. And there are also good things that happen at night. A lot of mischiefs happens at night in the African settings. We've got night dancers. I don't know if you've heard about them, but they're these ritual people who are into they call it African chemistry, witchcraft. They do their things at night. At night, we in Africa there are some insects that we eat, and they are normally caught at night. I don't know why they don't get it during the day, but this activity mostly happens at night, and they in the darkness they put some kind of a light, a torch, and the insects are attracted to the light, and that's how they get them. And it is a delicacy here in Uganda. I also there are also prayers that happen at night, and for me, I believe that at a certain time during the night, which is about 4 a.m., between 3 and 4 a.m., is the best time to communicate with God. So briefly, that's what I can say about the word night. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Michael. And Usse, you are the next one. If you close your eyes, what came to your mind if you hear the term night, please?
Thank you, Michael, for having me here today. From my side, night is a special time. It is when the world is slowed down and many people rest. But for some, it is also a time for important work. Hospitals stay open to help sick people. Security teams keep place safe, and workers in different industries continue their work, their job. Nature also comes alive at night. Some animals wake up and stay their activities, while plants and the environment refresh. The air becomes cooler, and everything feels calmer. Night is also a time for thinking. When everything is quiet, people can reflect, solve problems, and come up with new ideas. Many great inventions and solutions have been created during the night. However, night should not be a time of waste. Work done at the night should respect people, nature, and resource. If we use the night wisely, it can help create a more balanced and thoughtful world. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your words, Usse. And I have to send you the greetings from Pat, because she will be for another 3 weeks in hospital, and from Mariana, who is in hospital as well. So greetings to all of you. And You know, Margaret, I would like to ask you if you think that night can be switched, the term night can be switched with the term dark. Because from all of you, what I have heard, there is so much than only darkness in the night.
Your question, just so that I can understand it properly, did you ask me if night is related to dark to
Yes,
me?
yes.
Um, yes and no. Um, yes, because the sun goes down, so that things get darker, you know. But no, because there's still light within there because of the moon or the stars, or we turn the lights on. So that's my answer. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. And I think it is important to understand that for me, night is not the time when I'm scared. I can feel, and all what you said about the night, it's so beautiful because I can think better. It's cooler and so on. But we, all of us, we are facing time to time, especially in a cities, so-called light smoke, where the artificial lightings overcome the stars. And I would like to ask you, Charito, if the people which are buying a house or property with you, is any one of them thinking or considering the smoke, the light smoke, as the consideration whether they should move to a location or not?
I don't quite get what you mean.
Uh,
Am I clear? Am I clear?
yes. So in my
I
city,
don't quite get
okay,
what you mean.
I will try to explain. In my city, I'm living in the middle of a city. There are street lights which generally are covering all the stars. You cannot see the stars in the night. But when I go to my parents, I see the stars at the night. And I am just now thinking when I will be buying a property, I think I would like to see the stars. So it will be one of the considerations whether I can see the stars in the night. And the
Oh,
question
I
is if
see.
anybody is considering that.
Yes, yes. Oh, it depends on the person, the personality. If one is, you can see a romantic person, he needs, he buys houses everywhere because when we look up, you can see the stars, even if you're uh, anywhere you are below. But if you're going to buy, some people, they buy houses because of course, the lighting is really important because it would then be safe for your children and grandchildren. And then when you look up at night, the view is not, covered. Nobody's obstructing the view. And I think that's part of the consideration. However, there are places like condominiums, not really houses, the vertical, where you cannot open the window and look at the sun here, right? It's closed, especially if you're on the 26th floor, whatever. You have to have the curtains covered. So actually, it depends on the person, Michael. I can see that, especially when you bring them to a location, development, and they will be, their eyes and their heads are, moving around, darting around as if looking for something. They're positioning themselves. It's like something, they buy a house, they then open a tortilla so that they can be there at night, even it's dark. These romantic people, these people who need silence and who needs rest. Yeah, yes, that's right, Michael. Part of the considerations is also that light. Back to you, but it's individual cases.
Thank you
Back to you,
very
Michael.
much. Thank you very much, Charito. Tracy, if you look in the night on the sky and there are the stars, do you see stories there and words?
No, I only see stars. I don't see words. When I see stars, they are just stars. Thank
And
you, Michael.
one more question, Tracy. Are you living right now in a location where you can clearly see the stars in the night?
Yes, because I live outside Houston, about 25
Okay.
miles away, so the light pollution is less. But I do, sometimes confuse myself from the airplanes nearby because we have a little airport here and the some other lights. So and I do sometimes get myself confused whether they are artificial or satellites or stars. It's pretty hard to tell. Even when the light pollution is less, still we have lots of things going on in the sky. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Leslie, you have a lot of to do with the five dimension. Is the fifth dimension, is it night or is it date or there is no difference between night and day?
Well, Michael, such a question. So in the fifth dimension on ERADA, there is three-fourths of the day is light, and night is only 1/4. Which, because there's three suns, and it is the fertile ground for growing the magic truffles. So night, things happen during the day as they would at night. People sleep, but they are then are also sleeping during the day. So I believe that dark and night are a choice of what you want to think and how you want to feel. So my fifth dimension is daytime 3/4 of the day and nighttime 1/4. Thank you, Michael.
Leslie, from your words, you are inviting every single one to visit it because you speak so from heart of yours about the fifth dimension, about the errata, that I'm sure everyone who will listen will come to you and say, okay, how to do that? But let me ask it in another session, probably. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe we will come to this question, but thank you very much. Dr.
Thank
Ash,
you.
it is standard that the education is being processed during the daytime. We have here in my country for a long time, we have something which we call the night education, or evening education, which is for the workers. But don't you think that changing this pattern can be of benefit, especially in the very hot locations in the summer where really the hot weather it's generally damaging everyone, but the night, as Usi said, is calm. So do you think that it can be of benefit when we switch it for whatever reason and have some education in the night? And you have to unmute yourself, Dr. Ash.
Oh, thank you for asking me that question. I didn't know it was directed towards me. But frankly speaking, I won't find any difference as such, Michael, because I actually educated myself at night while working in the corporate world. It's extremely difficult, of course. But you've got to, you see, to my mind, learning never stops. Education goes on. I keep learning from my students also. And nighttime education is something that you catch up where you cannot find the time. And I did my bachelor's, of course, initially during the daytime. And then while on the job, uh, OJP as we call it, um, I would actually go for night classes. And I would get only about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But it is extremely essential for people who are working to be able to find the time to study. And in today's world, education is running away with us. So therefore, the more literate we become very quickly, the better it is for all of us, no matter whatever age we might be. Because I keep on telling my clients and my students, and I have a lot of people following me. I keep on telling them all the time that you need at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep at night. That's essential. But what you have just mentioned is also very essential, that you have to keep educating yourself. So nighttime classes must go on. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ash. Michael, I have a special question for you. Do you think, or how do you think, look the night in a virtual world? So in the computer world. Is there anything like the night?
Thank you, Michael. In the virtual world, I don't think there is a difference between night and day. I think it's all business as usual, you know. I don't think the virtual world can differentiate or work differently if it is day or night. Having said that, in the facility where I work from, the airport facility, at night is when security is tight. It's when everybody is alert and everybody is on standby. So it is a very busy time and a time when everybody is on standby. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Usi, you are right now on the construction site, and usually in almost all the countries all around the globe, the main construction is proceeded during the day. But is it different where you are because of the temperatures, for example? Does the work run during the night as well?
Sorry, Michael, you can repeat it?
Yes. If in your job, is the work going on overnight as well? Because you are in construction work, aren't you?
Yes.
So does the people there work over the night as well on the construction site?
Yes, people use day and night because all time our workers in construction site working in night and in a day, because night is a cooling time for construction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, I don't know whether you have heard about a term called dark warehouses or dark factories. This is a trend which has been introduced a few years ago because of the robots and robotics. Robots do not need light. Robots have many other sensors, so they don't need light. Even if they pick up goods in the warehouse or they proceed something, they have another, let's call it senses, to move inside. And I was in such a warehouse several times. It's very interesting because it's really dark there. When humans are there, at least emergency lighting goes on, but there are just a few red lines and something. But generally, it's really dark. And what was interesting was the answer by Michael that in computer and virtual world, there is no night and day because they work all the time. And at the same time, Dr. Ash mentioned that it is important to generally learn all the time, study all the time, be aware of the ability to educate. You know, I like night, especially in the morning when between 3 and 5, usually I ride on my electric unicycle from my home to my office. And it's beautiful. It's dark. Today was -3 degrees Celsius, so a little too cold for some, but I like it because it's no one there. The only what I'm missing are the stars because I can see the moon usually, it's strong enough, but
President.
because of all the lightings, I cannot see the stars. But I enjoy the night because of the silence. And and that's
Yeah.
so beautiful. Charito, what is about the night so special that you like? What do you like most about night?
Oh, can you hear me, Michael?
Yes,
Sorry, I was.
yes, I can hear you. We can hear you.
What is it? Says, hold on. Francis. Oh, so what was your question again, Michael?
The
What is
question
it?
is what you like most about night?
Oh, the silence, Michael. The silence. And I can concentrate to whatever. And I like the dark when you're alone with you. I'm at my window and I look up the skies. When it's moonless, I like it more because most time stars come out. So at night, what I like is the peace, and you're comfortable with yourself. And it's the time for me to dig deeper into what I really want in life. And the longing is there. And that's why I'm romantic, Michael. When I at night, I like that time, especially when I'm alone and looking at the stars because my window is open to. I'm elevated, so I can see the roofs of the subdivision below, but I can see the trees. It's dark. And some of them swayed with the light, the posts with lights. And when I look up, my goodness, you can imagine a lot of things. I think about the word. I think about people. So many things, Michael. At night when I'm alone, I like it because I can think of everything and I can connect to God, my God, and I pray. Back to you, Michael.
Thank you very much. Margaret,
And sometimes I think of you
oh, thanks a lot. But
and
Margaret,
our
I have
industry.
I have the same question for you, Margaret. What do you like most about night?
Thank you so much for that question, Michael. I think most of the stillness. I love it. I love the quietness of nighttime, and I love, the dimness, the darkness of it. I thrive at night. um, yeah, no matter what it is that I do, whether it's working or not doing anything, just sitting here in silence, meditating, reflecting, listening to frequency, or having a conversation on the phone. It's the time where I'm the most, um, I think you'll find me the most quiet, but most effective. So yeah, but that's what I think. Thank you for
Thank,
your question.
thank you very much. And Tracy, I will ask you exactly the same question. What do you like most about night?
I actually prefer morning. My morning starts from 12 o'clock. So it's actually the second part of the night. If we have to differentiate between morning and night, I actually like the second part of the night, which I call morning.
Okay.
So it's quiet, it's calm, and it's less distractive, and I can focus better. But I still wanted to call that morning. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. And I don't let you go, Tracy, because we have only 3.5 minutes left. And I would like to ask you if there is any Chinese proverb which you will share with us in regards of night.
Yes, there's one. It sounds something like this. It's an instant translation, so it's not exactly accurate. Is the night is now over? The mornings are they here? Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. It sounds like koan, and it's really beautiful. I like this simple way of expressing. You know, when I came with this term when I was on a conference, and we have a discussion. There was after show event generally. I am not good at this type of events. You know, when in the night you are joining, there's a lot of drinking and dancing, and so I am not so good at it. So I'm the first one who is leaving, and I was leaving there at about 9:30 in the evening, something like that. And it's already too quite late for me. But I left, and there was a beautiful dark night. And this conference take place in a repurposed and a refurbished industrial area. So all this steel and metal and tanks and everything over there. And in the sky, there was a blue moon behind the dark clouds because it was raining just minutes before. And it was so beautiful that I said to me, it must be the next term for the power of touch, because something tells me we will have a term which everybody knows tonight. But in fact, no one of us knows it until the moment when we meet and we talk about it. And this is why I'm so happy we have less than 1.5 minutes. So I would like to thank you. Thank you not only for your time, but thank you that all of you put a photograph, except of Charita, photograph of yourself so that we can see our face. We don't see a live video, but it's fine. We need to reduce the data. But it's great to see all of you here. And you know, my heart keep beating, and I'm looking forward to meet you again in 1 week time to talk another term and to write on the back of language to the future, which will be of favor to every single one of us. Because we all build wasteless world, which means peaceful world for all. So thanks a lot. Have a nice time. Free of waste and wasting in all its forms. Stay safe, be free, and be human. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, Michael, and everyone.
Night,
Goodbye,
night.
everyone.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.